Hello, I'm Kevin Watler, and this is your CMR Daily Buzz. A jury returned a mixed verdict on Friday for defendants Conover Watson and Bruce Blake in a trial that lasted for 13 weeks. Watson was found guilty of 6 counts including secret commissions, money laundering, and false accounting, while Blake was found guilty of 2 counts of false accounting. Watson, former treasurer for CFA, was accused of stealing US $1.54 million from CONCACAF in 2013, and former vice president of CFA Bruce Blake helped him to launder this money, the court heard during the trial. Jeffrey William Ebanks, the National Housing Development Trust Board chairman, has been charged following a 3-month-long investigation into the movement of soil and marl taken from a Northside job site. The Anti-Corruption Unit has confirmed that the 45-year-old has been charged with conflict of interest contrary to Sections 19.2 and 19.3 of the Anti-Corruption Act, and breach of trust contrary to Section 3 of the same Act. A 31-year-old man of Northside was charged on suspicion of murder in relation to the Martin Drive shooting that took place on July 1st. During this shooting, 36-year-old Mark Ebanks and 55-year-old Eldon Walton were both shot and killed, and one other man sustained gunshot injuries. Following his arrest, the Northside man was formally charged with 2 counts of murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and possession of an unlicensed firearm. An arson investigation is underway after fire and police officers responded to a report of a fire outside an address on Greenwood Drive in Georgetown, where 3 vehicles were parked. This occurred shortly after 4:30 Friday morning, and firefighters extinguished the fire and no one was injured. Police are now asking for anyone who can help with the investigation to contact them. Detectives are investigating a stabbing that occurred in the Belford Estates area of Bordentown around 7 Wednesday night. It was reported that a man and woman who are known to each other had a physical altercation resulting in the man receiving several stab wounds. He was transported to the hospital by ambulance where he was treated for serious but non-life-threatening injuries and later released. The woman, aged 29, of Bordentown was arrested in relation to this wounding incident, and she too received non-life-threatening injuries and was treated at the hospital and returned to custody. She has since been bailed pending further investigations. Police are appealing for witnesses to the fatal single-vehicle crash which led to the death of Dr. Amber Martinez on October 21st. Anyone who may have witnessed the crash or who may have seen her silver Honda Fit in the vicinity of Queens Highway between 5:45 and 6:10 that morning is asked to contact the Bordentown Police Station or the Traffic and Roads Policing Unit. In light of the devastating news of the recent death of a security officer in a suspected case of suicide, a men's mental health group is encouraging males in the Cayman Islands to reach out to the group if they need help. The private group on Facebook is called Strong. The group's mission is to spread awareness of male mental health issues and share content, talks, research, and techniques people use to maintain strong mental health. Facebook Group Strong, which was started by Garvin Kerville, said it also aims to create awareness of the misdirection of masculinity and create a community of support for anyone struggling. Now for your CMR weather update, it's brought to you by WG Charters. Sunrise each weekend morning around 6:25. Lots of sunshine is expected over the weekend. Of course, you can never rule out a chance of a brief shower. Mid-80s for the high temperature and the humidity is around 70%, so it will feel like it's in the 90s. At nighttime, the temperature drops to the low 80s to high 70s. Looking forward, similar weather conditions are expected. However, the rain chance will increase by midweek. CMR weather updates are brought to you by WG Charters. They offer private boat trips for a great price, so we encourage you to support them.
Stormwatch 2022 is brought to you by Home Gas, your propane experts before, during, and after the storm.
The National Hurricane Center is closely monitoring a broad area of low pressure over the southeastern Caribbean Sea. It is producing a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms extending from the Windward Islands west-northwestward for several hundred miles. Now, this system has a high chance of developing into a tropical depression or tropical storm over the weekend or early next week as it moves slowly westward or west-northwestward over the central Caribbean Sea. Now, regardless of development, Locally, heavy rainfall is possible over portions of the Lesser Antilles, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico this weekend. Computer models are all over the place. There's very low confidence on where the system may go over the next week. Therefore, those in Hispaniola, Cuba, Jamaica, Central America, and the Cayman Islands need to closely monitor its progress over the next few days. Remember, hurricane season runs until November 30th. Let's hope and pray this system stays away from land and does not have a significant impact anywhere. However, please stay prepared.
Stormwatch 2022 is brought to you by Home Gas, your propane experts before, during, and after the storm.
Now for some regional and international news. Bermuda's Premier David Burt has sacked 2 of his cabinet ministers in a shake-up following his victory in a progressive Labour Party leadership battle against Curtis Dickinson. Out are Youth, Culture and Sports Minister Dr. Ernest Peace, who sits in the Senate, and Transport Minister Lawrence Scott, who initially said he planned to run for the PLP's deputy leadership role before ruling out a challenge. Jamaica's Education Ministry is investigating the protocols of devotional exercises following Wednesday's shocking incident at the Oberlin High School in St. Andrew. Several students reportedly collapsed during the school's daily devotion after a female teacher prayed for them. In light of the occurrence, Education Minister Favourite Williams said that it is the role of leaders to be cautious about the content and its effects on the students. Miss Universe has suspended Miss USA President Crystal Stewart and her company, and she is under investigation following 2022's contestants speaking out about the pageant being rigged weeks before the October 3rd contest. Miss USA 2022 crowned Miss Texas, or Bonnie Gabrielle, its first Filipino-American winner earlier this month. Since then, contestants have called into question the relationship between Stewart and her company, Miss Brand Corp. And Gabrielle. That's it for now on the Daily Buzz. Thank you for joining me. Please stay safe and God bless.